Hey, what's up team? So this is going to be a quick guide for the new solo dungeon in Throne of Liberty, specifically the T1 variant. So this first room in T1 is straightforward, but I recommend starting with either the health or stamina orb. Gather up the mobs and burn them down, but try to avoid the blue light fields as they will stun you. Also watch out for the mages as well, since they can also stun. As you kill the mobs, they'll spawn these yellow orbs that float to the center of the arena. These will trigger a wrath attack that must be dodge rolled. And that's pretty much it for this room. Clear all the enemies and let's move on to the first boss. So the first boss, Molgras, can be a bit tricky, especially for melee classes, and it's much easier on ranged. So the boss is going to spawn random totems around the arena. These totems will shoot out different size blood orbs. Try to avoid them as best you can. If you're melee, drag the boss to a totem because the totems will keep spawning on your location. You're going to need to keep the totems stacked up. The boss will then teleport and perform a fury attack that needs to be blocked. Again, if you're melee, after the fury attack, drag him back to the totems. Next, the boss will charge up an attack that must be jumped. Mistiming the jump results in a stun and some pretty heavy damage. So the boss will teleport again, and then Molgras is going to fire a laser wrath attack, and you need to position yourself so that the laser hits as many totems as possible. If the boss destroys 3 totems, he's going to get stunned. Leaving 1 totem is okay, but try not to leave more than that. Next, the boss will teleport again to the center of the arena and charge up an unavoidable attack. The damage depends on how many totems are still up in the arena, so destroying as many as possible in the previous phase is key to taking less damage here. And for the final mechanic, around 30 to 40% HP, Molgras is going to spawn a red totem with an AoE field around it. Do not stand in this red field, it ticks extremely fast and it can melt you in a couple seconds. And that's pretty much it. He's going to rotate through all of these mechanics. The next room is also fairly straightforward. You just ride these rapids all the way to the end of the room. While you're in the water channel rapids, you'll see these red thorny bushes. Try to avoid them as best you can because touching them causes damage to you. When you get to the end of each room, there will be a chain hook. Take the chain hook and keep progressing. It's a little bit long and can feel a little bit samey, but yeah, let's move on to the final boss. So Murdock is much easier than Molgras. The first mechanic he has, when he jumps into the air, you'll also need to jump and be in the air when he lands to avoid damage. He will also do multiple fury attacks throughout the fight, so just block them. And he's going to spawn these sentinels around the arena that will charge through your location and do a wrath attack, so make sure to dodge them. And yeah, it's pretty much just rinse and repeat until the boss is dead. So that's it for this tier 1 guide for Halls of Illusion. Consider leaving a like and a sub if you enjoyed the content, and I'll see you in the next one.